again, it's Micah, and welcome to an Octave Higher. So, I've got like 3 things to note at the beginning here. One, the company that makes this game, which the name is currently escaping me right now, I found out that it is actually based in Indonesia, and there's like 3 people, only 3 people, who have made this game. All 3 of which have names that I cannot even begin to figure out how to pronounce. So, props to you guys! You made a game in English that is actually like really well done English-wise, like better than most visual novels I've played, I've gotta say. Very impressed. And second of all, I'm probably gonna sound like really fucking dumb here, but like, I thought Indonesia was considered a third world country? Like, probably not all aspects of it are like that, because I know that Africa is considered a third world country, but like not all aspects of Africa are third world. So it's like, is that kind of the same thing with Indonesia, or like, is it not what I thought after all? Like, honestly, I'm a Westerner who is really stupid when it comes to other countries and stuff, even though I really shouldn't be, but like, I was just a little confused there, but I'm very impressed. And, what was the other things I wanted to mention? I kind of forgot with the whole Indonesia spiel. Oh right! So far, 6 hours have been put into this game, as of playing this right now. 6 hours! Like, I wasn't really expecting that, but like at the same time, it doesn't feel like I've played it for 6 hours. It feels like it's been like, I don't know, less than that. Like, it doesn't feel like I've gone through 6 hours worth of gameplay, just by how everything has moved along, so like, I'm pretty happy about that. That this game is long, but it's also like really rich with everything that it has in it. And third of all, I finally kind of like built up a schedule on my calendar as to how I've been wanting to post these videos, though by this far of the way in with posting to the future of you people, of the future, because this is past me talking, the future, it's probably pretty standard, once a week, every Wednesday. You know, you get to look forward to this if you're, you know, paying attention enough because you like to for this, I don't know. But if you're joining me on the regular, then it's posted every Wednesday so far until its completion. And I found out that through that, I'm actually going to be posting this for like 3 months, if not more, depending on how long this takes me to complete. So it's just kind of like, oh, well, okay. Like, I didn't expect that, but I guess I'm gonna be, this is like the 12th video that I've come out with so far, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I kinda am, because I didn't really think about it, because I honestly didn't know how I wanted to post this. I was just making it, and I was gonna be like, I'll figure out the posting schedule later, no big deal. But now that I have, it's like, because I figured that Wednesdays once a week would be the easiest for me, so it's, especially since I'm going to be starting, well, I would have already been in school for like 3 months at this point, around there, and I'd be close to starting my winter term about now when I'm posting this, so like, it would have fit my schedule pretty well for college, but like, I didn't really realize exactly how long it'd be going on for, but I don't know, just wasn't really thinking about that when I was making it until I made it, and I was like, oh, alright, and then that's just how it's been. So yeah, now that my rambling's all done, I'm just gonna start, because I don't know if you care. You might not, I'm not sure. So yeah, let's go. Not sure where we left off here. Oh right, Frederick got kidnapped. They called the police out, and like they tried to search for the key to rescue him, and blah blah blah. Right, I remember. I don't know exactly how they managed this, but I'm now back at Mason together with Elise and Aretha. The atmosphere has completely changed. The pearls that were singing and dancing outside are no longer in sight. There are no more voices coming from the house. Instead, there is a swarm of several dozen mages in Overture police uniforms surrounding Mason de Beauvoir. A chair-shaped one-seater carriage, the trademark mount of a dragoon, descends in front of Mason's front door. Commander Wolf! The woman jumps off her flying chair and lands in one graceful movement. You shouldn't be here, kid. What happened here? How was Frederick? We underestimated the Libertans, I guess. We wanted to approach quietly and take them by surprise, but when we were still a mile away, a Libertan saw us flying and fired a fireball to the sky. 2 seconds later, we saw another fireball in the distance, and then another one even further away. And then we realized that it was their way of relaying an alert, so we dispensed with stealth and got here as fast as we could. We were able to apprehend some Libertans who were fleeing Mason, but a few of them are still holed up inside. I believe Hendricks and Alice Habana are both still in there. Frederick Godwin is too. So basically, we're now at a stalemate. We can't storm in because they've got a hostage. They can't escape because they're surrounded. If I had my dragoons, this would be over in 5 minutes. But as far as the king's concerned, this is just your standard rescue operation, so I'm stuck with your standard issue police officers. What are you planning now? Frankly, that's none of your business. But don't worry, I'll get your friend out even if I have to go in there by myself. Are you sure? I heard their leader Hendricks is very powerful. Hendricks? Compared to you, I'm sure he is. Well, if you're that confident, I guess there's no problem. Fidor Hendricks is only about as good as your average dragoon. Not something to sneeze at, but I'm not too worried about him. It's Jisang Alice Habana who might ruin my night. Mages in the police force's dragoon unit are chosen among the most elite of mages, but Wolf is saying that Jisang is even better than those mages. It's hard to imagine that kind of power. Jisang. Wolf looks at Elise piercingly. You saw this mage. You saw his magic too, didn't you? You must already have some idea of how powerful that big bastard is. But Jisang is not a bad guy. Listen to me, girl. I'm in the battlefield. There's no good guys and bad guys. There's you and there's them. Can you beat this Jisang dude? I don't know, in one-on-one combat maybe, but if Hendricks joins in, I doubt it. Why don't you bring some policemen in with you? You little twerps are full of questions, aren't you? Wait, how about this? You fight them to buy some time for a cop to free the hostage. The commander glares at us, but at last she rolls her eyes and sighs. Here's the deal. Apparently little Lord Godwin is in the basement. Problem is, apparently none of the officers here have ever frequented this particular Mason. It's a big place, and we don't know where to find him. Franz and I know exactly where Frederick is being kept. We can free Frederick while you're fighting. For a moment, it looks like Wolf is going to shoot down Elise's idea, but then she pauses, her mouth dangling open as she contemplates silently for a few seconds until finally she speaks. And here I thought you were going to keep holding out on me. Listen, I don't like putting civilians at risk, but this is the best plan we have. You two are the only people here who have been inside and who we can trust. But are you... What? Oh. But are you brats sure you're comfortable with the risks? Yeah. Count me in. I'm not very... Well, I'm already here. I guess I might as well. Heh, that's the spirit. Why is Aretha coming with us? Like, she doesn't know where Frederick is whatsoever. That's just one extra person that's probably gonna get herself hurt or killed. Like, there is no point in Aretha coming with us. She proves, like, no asset. It's like, she's not an asset. She's just an extra. Like, why is she coming with? But okay, sure. Let's just throw her in there too. No big deal. None. Nope. Okay. The commander approaches the Mason's front door. She asks without turning to look at us. Ready? Yes. Casually, Wolf swings her left arm up with the insouciance? I honestly don't know how to pronounce that. I don't even know what that word is. That's pretty new. That doesn't happen very often. I'm gonna have to look up a definition of this. Hold on. Hold on! I can't go without knowing what this word means. Alright, let's take out my phone and do Google Chrome here.
Insouciance.
Insouciance. I wonder if you could hear that.
Insouciance.
Insouciance, okay. Casual lack of concern. Indifference. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Casually, Wolf swings her left arm up with the insouciance of a man flinging an empty potion bottle into a trash can. Oh. Wow, she must be really she must have had a lot of practice. Even so, that lazy movement snaps the door off its hinges and sends it speeding through the air until it slams into the wall at the far end of the lobby. Go! She dashes inside as customers and prostitutes scramble in a panic. Inside, a mob of maybe 20 Libertad members close in on Wolf from every direction. Without batting an eyelash, she raises a finger and casts a spell. Woo! Lightning! The air inside Mason suddenly grows dark and heavy. From the ceiling, many crackling balls of lightning materialize and beeline at the Libertans, instantly incapacitating them. They drop to the floor like flies. An amplified thunder or thunderstorm is an extremely powerful magic spell that can take down a battalion of unprepared magicians in an instant. When the thunderstorm subsides, no more Libertans are standing. In fact, I'm not sure whether they are still breathing. But there's no time to admire a magic spell, so Elise, Aretha, and I rush to the basement. Yeah, see? Why is Aretha coming with us? She's an extra. She doesn't know where anything is. I don't get it. Maybe she proves some use down in the basement sometime, somewhere. I don't know. Before we can reach the stairs, however, our path is obstructed by the bulky man from the meeting. Begone! You are not welcome here. Jisang! Lady Elise. Well, this is a surprise. Stop this, Jisang! What you're doing is wrong! What do you know of right or wrong, young lady? Do you even know what we are doing? No, I don't, but whatever it is, please stop. The proles don't have to fight against the bourgeois. I'm one of the proles too, but I have hope because I have my magic. Jisang, magic is not about casting fire or water or wind or quake. Being able to cast magic means being able to dream. Having magic means having hope. All we have to do is hold on to the hope. All we have to do is hold on to that hope. To our magic. I agree, Lady Elise. That's why we're doing this. We want to create a world in which everyone can have mana. We want everyone to be able to dream. No, that's not what I mean. While Elise is still hesitating, a boulder as big as Jisang's brawny upper body and engulfed in a fireball flies from behind us and onto the muscular mage. Ugh! Summon Zero, what? But Jisang promptly expels raw mana to form a barrier around his body. Oh, I see. The flaming rock dissipates upon contact as though it were made of sand. Little girl, what'd I tell you about good and bad in a battlefield? Get the hostage, now! Okay. We leave the Dragoon commander as she lunges at our large enemy. Yet just when we are about to arrive at the door to the basement... Uh-oh. The door bursts into flames and melts into a firewall. From the blazing firewall emerges a figure. Oh no. Fydor Hendrix, the leader of Libertad. With no words, he rushes to me with extended arm. Oh shit. From which hand comes forth a raging gale of wind. Not knowing what to do so suddenly, I counter with my own wind magic spell. The opposing gusts of wind clash between the two of us, but his spell is stronger. I'm overpowered and thrown backwards. Ah! I try to ignore the pain as I land. Hendrix will waste no time in finishing me off. This is not a sorcerer match. Still on my back, I reflexively hold my hands out. Sure enough, Hendrix is already standing over me with right hand aflame. I unleash another gust of wind to blow the fire away from Hendrix's hand. Well, well, you're better than that Godwin kid. I scramble backwards and manage to get to my feet before Hendrix strikes again. Friends, are you alright? You two go and rescue Frederick. Oh, cool. But I like how he looks right now. Like, that's actually pretty attractive. Go, now! Not a chance, girls. I aim a hand at the Libertad leader when he glances at the girls as they run away. Oh yeah, he has water. I forgot about that. A jet of water shoots at Hendrix. He sees it coming and sidesteps the attack. That was the idea, though. The jet of water continues moving on its path until it strikes the firewall. Yay! Go, friends! The door to the basement! Let's go, Elise! Follow me! We have to leave Franz, but I'm worried about him. Jisang is supposed to be the strongest magician here, but Jisang is at least has kind eyes. That one Franz is fighting must be the one they call Hendrix. Aretha and I dashed through the burned wall and down to the basement. We have to work fast. Franz won't be able to last long against that Hendrix man. I run ahead of Aretha and find the room where Frederick is being held. Outside the room, however, we're met with a surprised, but strangely enough not hostile, scowl of our Libertad member. What are you girls doing down here, huh? Didn't you hear Madame Beauvoir warn you girls to evacuate Mason? Huh? Madame who? Psst, Aretha, I think he's mistaking us for prostitutes. Oh, I see. A sly smile appears on Aretha's lips. No, mister, we didn't hear Madame's warning. At the time, the two of us were... Oh, don't make me say it, you naughty you. The man swallows loudly. He looks confused. Well, why don't you girls get out of here? It's dangerous. But it's so frightening in the lobby. There's this muscular guy, and he's so big. You know, I'm scared of things that are too big. And then there's this other man who's squirting fire from his hand. Why is he doing that? It's making me so hot. Actually, it's made us both pretty hot, if you know what I mean. Maybe Aretha is useful. Okay. Aretha places a hand on the man's shoulder. She continues talking to the man, but looks at me from the corner of her eyes. Maybe you could help us cool down, mister? She winks at me when she says cool down. Taking the hint, I put a hand on the man's other shoulder, gaze at his face, and say in my cutest voice, please. Ignoring the man's flushed face, I give Aretha a nod and... Oh, cool! The man is encased in a huge block of ice, a combination of Aretha's water and my freeze spell. His body is tense, but his blinking eyes and quivering lips are signs that he is alive. I think we shouldn't leave him frozen for more than a couple of minutes, though. I've always wanted to cast that spell! Aretha, it's scary how good you are at seducing men. You know, I practice on Franz all the time. What? Franz? Does he know? Maybe we should talk about this later, Elise. Right. We run past the Iceman to the door behind him. The door is still locked, so I touch the door's wooden surface. No use in keeping quiet now. The door is swallowed in flame. Next is Aretha's turn. She douses the fire with the water coming out of her hand. Frederick! Frederick looks up. He's on guard. He must have thought Libertad was coming to take him away, but then his face softens when he realizes he's being rescued. Frederick, you're hurt! I place a finger on his forehead and let compassion swim through the mana in my body. Over these last 4 days, I've cast this spell on torn sheets of paper, shards of glass, a dented plate of aluminum, a partially sewn wooden plank, a partially sawn wooden plank, a dozen cracked eggs, a poor teddy bear with its head ripped off, a half-eaten slice of pizza, and of course my broken piano. It worked! Frederick's bruises and cuts fade with the light of my magic. We've managed to rescue Frederick, but we're not safe yet. We still need to get out of Mason de Beauvoir, and although his wounds are healed, I don't know if Frederick has any mana in him to fight, and Franz is still fighting Hendrix upstairs. What should we do? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh god. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Don't make me choose between them! Oh. Honestly, the whole reason we're there is to rescue Frederick, and Franz just ended up getting mixed up in fighting somebody. And like, I don't know. I don't think you guys could be much help to Franz? Like, maybe you could, but like, Frederick is like, but the whole point was to escape with him, was to rescue him, so it's just like, but Frederick! Oh my fucking god! Oh god, I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, I think Franz is gonna be fine. Like, I don't think he's gonna die. Like, I really don't, but like, I'm gonna save, because like, I know I haven't saved the last couple times when I've had a choice, but I'm gonna do that now. So, if anything goes wrong, I can potentially fix it, but I think something is gonna go wrong either way I do this. So... oh fuck. I'm gonna escape with Frederick because that was the whole point in us coming here! Thank you, Elise. I'm thrilled to see Elise and her friend, but I still can't look my rescuer in the eye. What happened to the factory is still fresh in my mind. This place is dangerous. We have to leave right now. But shouldn't we help Franz and Commander Wolf? They're still fighting Libertad. Wolf? That horrifyingly strong woman is here? Phew, that was close. You already know Commander Wolf? Yes. Wow. You personally know the Commander of Dragoon. Guys, let's talk about this later. Ah, you're right. Let's go. The police will handle this. Are you sure? Well, I suppose it is Frederick, behind you! I turned around at the girl's sudden exclamation. There's a man coming at me, ready to attack, but his movements are rigid and slow. In fact, he's shivering. Without lifting a finger, I nullify the gravity under his feet. The nullification only happens for an instant, but it's enough to give his stride enough force to send him tumbling through the air past me. The man slams into the floor behind Elise and Aretha. I continue forward without checking on him. The impact should have knocked him out cold. Wow. Cool. Nice one. I should try that sometime. Oh, is that girl also gifted in willpower? Let's go upstairs. I lead the two girls to the staircase. When I take a step, my foot makes a splattering sound on a puddle of water. Why is the floor so wet here? Oh, 'cause he melted, and that's how he got out. Leaving the basement, we enter a lobby that's been transformed into a battleground. The beauty versus the beast. With no spells in the air, these two look human, but make no mistake, here be monsters. And suddenly the battle begins again. Oh shit! Fire Tornado, a combination of tornado, amplified wind, and fire. Oh lordy. Ice Storm, an amplified ice, and itself a combination of water and freeze. Oh boy. Tsunami, a combination of flood, amplified water, and quake. All of these are high-level combo magic spells that normally require two powerful magicians to cast, but these two monsters can cast them quickly and in succession. I mean, I know that a magician has two hands, so it is possible to cast a combo magic spell by oneself as long as the magic formula doesn't consist of more than two first-level invocations. But in practice, it's extremely difficult to pull off, and they make it look so effortless. And casting isn't their only forte. They can also dodge. And they must dodge. At this level of magic, it doesn't matter how strong a barrier you shield yourself with. You're done for if you're hit even once. A fight like this then is over at the first clean hit. A sudden death match. The two mages are still at it, casting spell after spell without stopping. When they're not casting a spell, they run, jump, dive, roll, and do pretty much everything that needs doing to get out of harm's way. And then they cast another spell. This would look like a magic show, an acrobatic spectacle they perform in sorcerer stadiums out of season, except those shows are performed by dozens of mages. Here there are only two demons who process mana into deadly but beautiful elements to keep on until it seems like they must be completely drained, and then they cast some more. Frederick, shouldn't we keep going? Right. My knees are shaking. What is there to do but marvel and tremble in the presence of such behemoths? With Wolf and the Libertad still fighting, we run to the gaping hole in the wall where the front door used to be. The musical... Ha! The muscle man springs forward at his female component with a startling speed for someone his size, Intelligence and courage are focused in his hands. Oh, there we go. Ice storm again. The temperature drops in an instant, and freezing rain starts to pour down on Wolf. A single drop of the magical rain would freeze human skin. But the woman moves with inhumane swiftness as well, avoiding the freezing rain while sprinting towards her foe. She's glowing with courage. Sensing the danger, the man jumps back defensively. Wait! This is my chance to bring the Libertad down! I abruptly stop running, ignoring the two girls behind me. I hastily gather my mana and infuse it with willpower. While the man is still in midair, I set the mana free. Amplify! The gravity around him increases tenfold, pulling him to the floor with an insane amount of force. Yet the giant reacts with equally insane reflexes, managing to right himself well enough to land on his right foot and left knee. He absorbs the whole impact of my attack simply by being so tough. My gravity attack amounts to little more than a distraction for this monster. However, when you're fighting against a similarly crazy monster, even a small distraction can prove extremely fatal. When the man looks up, the female devil is already towering over him, a hand on his head, her empty, cold eyes peering deep into the man's eyes, as though it were piercing his soul. Like a grim messenger come to deliver ultimate judgment. Her eyes are empty as the great black void of the death sentence she holds in her hand. But then this Grim Reaper smiles a devilish smile. It feels like this moment is frozen in time, but the man would only need a moment to escape. In fact, this moment, like everyone before it, is gone before it's begun. At that distance, it is impossible to avoid the attack, no matter how good a magician the beastly man is. After a grandiloquent. That's another word! Okay, dictionary time. I'm sorry, but I'm an English nerd, and I need to know, okay? I need to know. Yeah, grandiloquent. Pompous or extravagant in language, style, or manner, especially in a way that is intended to impress. Oh, cool! Man, I'm learning stuff, what do you know? After a grandiloquent display of high-level magic, the battle ironically concludes with fire, the most basic of basic courage magic. It is simple, but effective. A simple hellfire. The giant falls, all his strength burnt away in the fire. A lesser man would have died. This man is only unconscious. The mighty commander crumbles down to the floor. She sits with legs stretched out wide and both hands pushing down on the floor behind her hips. The weight of her back rested on her arms. Damn, that was intense! Commander Wolf, are you alright? Elise is the first to run to the weary woman. Wolf inhales and exhales slowly a few times before answering. Yeah, no problem. She eyes me casually, her formerly demonic face returning easily to a more human expression. Thanks to our young lord. Heh, I was hoping the force of gravity would knock him out. Wolf seems to smile warmly in response. Not gonna happen, kid. Just saying Alice Habana wouldn't go down that easily. Because he had to deal with amplified gravity, I was able to get close enough to finish that son of a witch. If not, I'd have lost. But weren't you and Jisang fighting neck and neck? No way! That fire was my last bit of mana! If he'd have dodged that, well... Oh shit, I'm completely out of mana now. My troops are fighting Libertans outside, but I don't think Hendrix has been captured yet. What about Franz? Where is he? Franz? Oh, you mean your big brother? I think Hendrix lured him outside, so Alice Habana could have had his way with me in here without any distractions. Hendrix? Franz is fighting that man? Franz. I hope he's okay. I'll have my men help him. You should get out of here as fast as you can. Okay. Oh, this isn't going to replenish your mana, but... Elise crouches down beside the older woman and touches her arm compassionately. Aw, healing! Amplify. Wolf's previously erratic breathing has become regular. Her pale face reddens and seems more alive. Thanks for the energize, girl. I'm feeling much better now. But still useless without any goddamn mana. Now go. Okay. Outside, the police are battling Libertad, a squadron of law enforcers against a pack of rogue thugs. A scorching fire bursts into life. A gale of roaring wind blows it out. Raging water floods. Rocky walls jut up from the ground to contain it. In front of us, a Libertad is fighting a police officer. You damn cop! Die! He shoots water out of his right hand, but the officer steps sideways to avoid the attack. You can't dodge forever! Drawing back his right hand, the Libertad brings the left forward in front of his chest. Huh? But nothing comes out. Out of mana? Damn! The Libertad fumbles around and pulls something out from under his shirt. It's a meat cleaver, the kind that butchers use to hack through animal bones. Wielding the cleaver in his right hand, he charges at the policeman. What an idiot. Ah! The policeman dodges his attack effortlessly and puts a hand on the Libertad's chest. The Libertad is thrown backwards. He skips off the street like a stone. Seeing his opponent down, the policeman quickly joins a comrade in a fight against another Libertad member. The cleaver has fallen not far from where I'm standing. Frankly, this kind of cooking utensil is completely useless in magic combat, as the policeman has just shown us. I'm still thinking about the cleaver when a pillar of fire whirls from the earth to the sky a short distance away. Then I see two men fighting, Franz and Hendrix. Hendrix, the Libertad leader who captured me. Frederick, should we keep going? Hendrix. Frederick? I'm sorry, Elise. I can't leave after all. I've got someone to take care of. I look at the cleaver again. I don't know how it could be any help, but I pick it up and tuck it under my clothes. You're insane! I try my best to transform the movement of the surrounding air to carry me away from Hendrix's fire tornado. The Libertad leader leaps forward, unfazed by his attack, ready to unleash another. I don't know with what spell Hendrix will attack me, but I encase myself in a barrier. He's closing in fast. But suddenly he comes to an abrupt stop. He keeps his feet firmly rooted to the dirty pavement, his posture steady. Huh, impressive. Frederick! Frederick ignores me and speaks to Hendrix. I amplified your gravity, but you reacted in time. Good one. Godwin. I look around. The thunderous and explosive sounds from inside Mason have ceased. Just outside the building, Elise and Aretha are helping the police fight Libertans. Looking at Frederick and Hendrix again, I see the young lord getting ready to attack. Ooh, man, he looks good too! Ooh, fighting men are nice. I like this, even though it's a very dangerous situation, and I don't want any of the characters to die after I got attached to them, but hey, I like when they fight. They look cool. Die, you scum! The ground trembles under Frederick's roar. The earth's wild shake almost makes Hendrix lose his balance, but he widens his feet to stabilize himself. He's a very disciplined warrior. Meanwhile, Frederick sprints forward. Hendrix quickly takes aim at the young lord. A fireball flies at Frederick. Seeing it, Frederick gets ready to dodge. Frederick, just keep going forward! Heeding my instruction, Frederick continues to run toward our enemy. As the fireball closes in, I infuse my mana with intelligence. A gush of water turns the fireball into wisps of smoke through which Frederick sprints, his willpower fully charged. The ground in front of Hendrix splits apart. From it springs a solid rock formation, striking the Libertad hard on his chest. Ugh! The impact launches him backwards. But before he hits the ground, his movement slows down. He's used a levitation spell to keep himself from hitting the ground. I can't give him any chance to recover. I dash to Hendrix, leap into the air while raising a hand above my head and swing it down as hard as I can. Summon! A forceful gust of wind strikes Hendrix from above. He slams into the ground. Ah! Even though he's obviously in pain, he soon gets back up on his feet. He knows one wasted moment can decide this battle. Frederick summons a cloud of rocks above Hendrix. Even now, though he's quick on his feet, Hendrix jumps backward, masterfully avoiding the rocky downpour. But before the rocks reach the ground, I cast wind to shoot them forward at the retreating magician. The rock storm engulfs him, wrecking his body and burying him in a pile of rubber. Hendrix is unconscious before he hits the ground. For a while, Frederick and I just stand in silence, cautiously observing the Libertad leader. Frederick glares at the unmoving body of our fallen opponent, his fists clenched tightly. Hey, Hendrix! He grits his teeth. Get up, you piece of filth! But the other man won't get up. Seeing their leader down, the other Libertans panic and flee. Some of them manage to escape. Most of the rest are arrested without further resistance. Franz! Frederick! Wow, you guys managed to beat Hendrix! Unbelievable! Are you hurt? I can heal you. I'm fine, Elise. Frederick's fists are shaking. He looks incredulous. His gaze slowly drifts from Hendrix's unconscious body to my face. He doesn't say anything, but he looks furious. Frederick? His eyes made dark by the night are still fixed on me. Finally, he looks away, although that look of frustration doesn't leave his face. Well, it looks like everyone is safe. What about Commander Wolf and the police? Looks like they already have the situation under control. I wouldn't worry about them. They're professionals. Yeah, good point. What a day. I'm glad everyone's safe. Shall we go home? Yes! My mom is going to kill me for almost getting killed like this. Don't worry. I'll drink a mana potion before we get home. I'll heal you if you need it. Why is Frederick mad? Seriously, like, is he mad because, like, Franz and Elise are kind of close right now because, like, they were actually trying to rescue him? Like, is that why he's mad? Or that, like, she's like, oh, I'll heal you? And Frederick's just like, fuck, you get healed too? Like, that's not fair. I just want her all to myself. Like, is this jealousy or some shit? Like, I feel like that's what it is, but it's just like, what? Why though? Like, it's obvious that she would want to heal both of you, because, like, you're her friends? I don't know. Anyway, that was really intense, but at least Frederick is okay. And I don't really know what's going to happen to the Libertad members, but this is a pretty interesting development so far. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys. Hey guys, and that was an octave higher. If you're interested in checking out the next episode, then just click on the icon on the right-hand side. If you're interested in any of the other games that I have listed here that have very similar storylines that are pretty intricate, I would say to check them out as well. And if you want to subscribe, just click my icon and we're good to go. So yeah, see you later.